just gonna wait a few minutes. That way we have as many people on here as possible. Uh, Hopefully we get a good amount of people on here. That way we can clear up as much as we can and have as many people pretty much in the know as soon as possible. Because we all know sometimes, you know, good, positive information travels slow, and of course, negative information travels fast. What's going on, Sam? What up, Zeke, man? All right, you guys. As always, as you're chiming in, and I hate using that word, but as you're passing through, please give this stream a thumbs up. All right, I really appreciate that. NJ, what's going on, man? What's going on? Yeah, today's stream is about to get a little nasty, possibly. What's going on, Nathan? Because I mean, if you guys know me, what's going on, Alex? Sam says I'm staying neutral as of late, but I'm wondering about what you just posted because Alex has evidence she showed me. Rebecca, what's going on? Yeah, guys. So today, like I just said, is going to get a little crazy. And I mean, possibly, I hope not, but possibly this video might get me in some trouble. It might potentially create enemies. I really hope it doesn't, because honestly, what I am trying to do with this stream, as always, is not to point any fingers or attack anybody. But I do want to give certain people a chance to explain themselves and clarify some things. And if anything, this stream, depending on how those people look at it and take it, it could help them or it could hurt them. It's whatever they decide to do with it and how they used to act upon it. You know what I'm saying? Nathan says, let's get crazy. It's too hot to go outside anyway. It actually just got done raining like a minute ago. Alex says, I saw Tori using her name profile on a Wings of Redemption video that was live streamed. Yeah, I mean, well, Ramy is a mod for this channel. So if anything, he should be aware that this stream is going on anyways. I didn't text him beforehand only because this is just a bunch of information that kind of like rained upon me like really quick since yesterday. And I was just pretty much evaluating how to go about it. So, but if he shows up, great. That'll be great. If he doesn't, it's okay. I mean, it's whatever he wants to do. As of right now, I'm not asking for anybody to get on the stream with me because I want to get my point across first as best as I can. And then towards the end of the stream, you know, give the opportunity for Ramy to, if he wants to, you know, get on and pretty much talk to you guys about everything, then great. If he doesn't, I'm sure he'll have his own way of taking care of that situation. Let's see. So there's 100 in New York City. Yeah, I mean, I can imagine. You show Alex's. So they know in that community too. Oh, okay, cool. Appreciate that, man. Alex Workman, I appreciate that, bro. Oh, Sam, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not going to say anything about that right now because, like I said, this is just a bunch of information kind of like poured down on me. And as always, your boy here is not only trying to stay neutral, but as I told someone yesterday, I'm trying to help. Well, not help because nobody really needs my help, honestly. But if I can be someone to kind of like redirect everybody to go one way together and like actually work together and walk together, great. And try to avoid any more, you know, drama with that stuff. Exactly, Sam. It's exactly right. It's good to have all the facts, and that's what we're about to do today. I'm gonna wait until 2:50 to kind of allow more people to like pass through here and check out the stream. But in the meantime, if you guys have seen the clips that I put out minutes before I started this live stream, if you can just kind of like it or comment on it or share it or whatever, I highly appreciate it. It helps me out and it helps the community out. So let's see. I think he's gonna explain. And before I get into it, I gotta say, um, you guys know me. Well, most of you know me thus far, and what my initial leaning towards, what side I was normally leaning towards, meaning pretty much, who I would pretty much, raise up in a pedestal a little more, only because, obviously, I like the way he works and everything, which would be Ramy. You guys know that up until now, and even after today, because of the way he does his catches and all that, I do have him a little high on a pedestal. But as I have always said and will always say, um, you know, putting that aside, I do try to be neutral as to, when it comes down to information and evidence and anything that has to do with, pretty much gaining the respect of people and myself. I try to, listen to everybody and weigh the evidence and all that stuff and the information. And obviously, wherever the evidence points to, doesn't matter where it points to, that's where I want to be headed. Wherever the evidence points to, as in truth, like that's where I want to be. I want to be where the truth is at, whatever route that takes. Uh, Nathan says, "Who could have ever imagined there would be so much drama in the pet pushers world?" It's funny. My girl actually said that the other day. She was like, "Man, these people really like to the drama, or whatever." But you know what it is, and I said this a few times in my past streams. A lot of times it's the actual viewers and subscribers dragging on the drama. And what I'm here to do today is not to drag the drama, but ask some questions, basically, and pretty much, ask certain people to come forward and provide, proof and evidence just so they can back themselves up in front of the community and say, here's what I got, here's what I can provide. And then let the community decide for themselves, like, hey, I'll keep supporting this guy or the other guy or whatever. But the point is to have as much information available in front of us together as possible so that we can make an educated decision about how we're going to go about, supporting these channels and these individuals as well. Let's see. Let me put this because Jersey, we're talking about, of course, none other than Ramy and Alex. Evan is an old he's nothing but bias, he only uses people for his benefit. All right, so it is 2:50, and while I don't see a lot of people on here, I'm just gonna get started because I'm a man of my word, or at least I try to be. And it's 2:50, so I did say 2:50, and here we go. Okay, so about, I want to say 2 days ago, or mainly a day ago, I was just pretty much minding my own business, and out of nowhere, I started getting these messages, right, from an anonymous source that I'm going to keep anonymous, unless, hey, I appreciate it, thank you, appreciate it, Poachers, Michigan. I'm gonna keep the person anonymous unless they want to kind of like show up on here and say it was me or whatever. That's up to that person. I'm not going to say who it was because I respect everybody's privacy. And if anybody wants to keep it to themselves, then I'll understand. If they want to be open about it, that's up to them. But that as for my part, I'm gonna keep it that way. So I got showered in information and messages, pretty much like asking me, hey, what do you think about this? And that person would send me a screen, not a screenshot, like a screen record of a lot of messages going back and forth between Ramy and another person, pretty much providing visual evidence as to certain things, that has been discussed previously on other streams, whether it be Ramy's streams or Alex's stream or somebody else's stream. For example, the whole thing about that one girl threatening to end her life because of Alex's and Tori's like joking around with her and pretty much, what's the word I'm looking for? Not teasing, making fun of that person. And, they send me a video pretty much showing me, hey, this is actually what really happened or whatever. And see it. People have the right to watch Truly Life. Of course, and I'll put that up here. Yeah, Rebecca, you're 100% right. People have complete responsibility as to who they watch and support. You know what I'm saying? Like I said earlier, this doesn't mean I'm going to like not support or not watch Ramy's content at all. This is just me pretty much trying to get to the bottom of this, and if possible, help him. Great. If it doesn't help him, then it's just me trying to get to the nitty gritty, to the actual proof. Hey, what? Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm trying to ignore the chat area, but sometimes I get a little crazy. All right, so that visual video evidence, which I think I had came across before, but I never really paid too much attention to it. And it was all right. Like, okay, I told a person, yeah, that makes sense. You're right. It doesn't really provide evidence towards what Ramy was saying. Don't think. Yeah, it was something like that. But at the end of the day, what I'm trying to get at, okay, and with a lot of people on the chat area, what a lot of people try to get at is Ramy has, how do I put this in words that he has, I want to say like a habit of, wanting to say things to expose somebody else or pretty much get at somebody else in a negative way. But, I got to say, even as a supporter of Ramy, okay, and this is me being transparent and honest and all that, I want to say like half the time, or maybe a little bit more than half the time, it's sometimes he lacks evidence to go along with what he's saying. Now, if he's watching, what I'm saying is we want to back you up. You know what I'm saying? We want to back Ramy up, people who support him. The problem is little things like the video evidence that I saw and other stuff, which I'm going to get to in a second, kind of like, it doesn't help his point of view or his president. You know what I'm saying? Like what he says and then what comes out to light doesn't help him. Instead, it actually hurts what he says. Let's see. Anyways, the other evidence that was provided to me was information about the costs of his stuff that he would ask for or whatever, like the breaks and all this other stuff that he had asked for, whether it be through a stream or something else. And of course, I've seen text messages between certain people to where I'm like, okay, interesting. Like I'm still waiting on a lot of things, and I'm pretty sure most of us on here would give Ramy the benefit of the doubt, that maybe he's just taking a long time to provide the evidence, or maybe he's just had a hard time to come up with the evidence. And I'm that guy. I'm that person that I give him the benefit of the doubt, and just say he's just having a really hard time to, present his side of things and show the evidence from his side. I'm gonna read some of this stuff before I forget. Don't be afraid to speak your mind. Exactly, yeah. All right. So, questions that I have. All right. So, if you, and I'm talking to Ramy right now, if by any chance you were wrong, or maybe you misread something, or maybe there was confusion of what happened to that girl, whatever, and someone provided to you the evidence, of like, hey, this person did not, commit suicide, or did not act upon the desire of committing suicide or whatever, then the very next, I guess, action you should take, okay, this is for Ramy, is, go on a stream. And I don't know if he has, okay, this is me, because I haven't been on all the streams that have come out before and after that. Sometimes I'm not awake at the hours that he does streams. Remember, says, your boy hit me. I can tell you anything you need about approaches. We'll get to that hopefully before the stream ends. All right. So what I was going to say was, if that's the case, right? Let's say, for example, I'm Ramy, all right, and I say what I said. Oh, Alex and this other person, they pushed this girl to the limit to where she almost committed suicide. But then someone else says, "Hey, man, so the girl's fine. I talked to the girl, whatever, and I got visual evidence, and she's all good. She wasn't gonna do anything." My next action upon that situation is to go on a stream, because I have already done a stream saying that this was going on, and say, "Hey, everybody, I just want to apologize, and I want to retract what I said last time. And, my bad. Like, I'm sorry. I really do apologize for what I said earlier. I was incorrect. I was in the wrong. There was confusion. I thought this was going on, but it's not. So I do apologize for that, and to the girl and the community. Something small. It doesn't even take a minute to do something like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's where, I'm like, sometimes I cringe a little bit, because I'm like, all right, so now that I have like some evidence in front of me, this is where I kind of like weigh in, like, all right, so this happened, and yet I have yet to see Ramy take responsibility of it, on his end. And, like, these are the little things that can hurt you. Like, not so much from my end, because, like I said earlier, and I'll keep saying it, I'll keep watching your content. You know what I'm saying? I'll keep supporting you as a creator on YouTube, because I like your content. You know what I'm saying? But the behind the scenes things that happen, you know what I'm saying? Like the taking responsibility of things. And now that I said that, I want to go back a few days where I did one of my streams, and Alex Rosen came on from Predator Poachers. And one of the first things that he said on the stream was, hey, I'll take full responsibility of what happened. With the whole Tory situation, that's on me. We didn't do a great enough background check on her or whatever, and we just kind of like assumed and just kind of like let things go as far as they did. But I take full responsibility of it. And this is me, and y'all know me, all right? Y'all know that from the get-go, I've always said, if I had to choose like the video styles and the way they work, I'll pick Ramy over Alex. But then again, here comes Alex. Something happened, and not even a week after this happens, he goes on my stream. Okay, he could have done it himself on his stream, but he asked to get on my stream. And of course, I allowed him, because I try to give everybody their chance to explain stuff on these streams. And he says, I take full responsibility. And that speaks volumes of a person. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to read some of this stuff, because, yeah. It is right and wrong on both sides. All this is kind of reason to become. Okay, so another thing. Okay, that's one thing now. That's taking responsibility, and pretty much if you have to retract some information that you pushed out through your channel, you know what I'm saying? Be a man about it and retract your statements and say, that's my bad. I take responsibility, apologies to the community, et cetera, et cetera. That's first things first. Secondly, when you have a large support base and a lot of people pretty much donate to you through different routes, okay? I'm talking about PayPal donations, super chats, YouTube revenue and all that. And, that's one thing. But another thing is, like, if you're on your streams and you ask help, all right, and that's okay to ask for help. I have this conversation with my girlfriend all the time. It's okay to ask for help. But, okay, so you ask for help and your support base helps you, all right? Me, this is just me. I'm going to put everyone aside here. I'm not even going to, let's ignore the fact that we're talking about Ramy and all these people. All right, me, what I would do as a content creator, which with a large subscriber base and a large support base that is pretty much like providing me with financial help, is I would say, okay, what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to let you guys know, how much from this stream was pretty much like made or whatever. I'm going to show you guys whatever visual proof of this is how much went in through today's stream and donations, and I'll go to whatever I'm gonna go get, whether it be a tire or whatever, something from a car, and I'll go and I'll pay and I'll show the receipt. Look, this is how much I paid. This is how much went into the thing that I was asking you guys for help for, and then the remainder amount is gonna go back into investing into the channel or other things that need to be taken care of. But that's just me. Like, if I were to have that kind of platform and support, I would try to be as transparent as I can be. All right. And once again, this is not me attacking, Ramy or anything. I'm just saying, things could be done a little better in that area. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're going to ask people for help, then at least have the decency to be transparent as possible. Let's see, donation, regardless of what the person does. That is true, but the problem here is that if you ask donations for some specific, like if I get on here and say, hey guys, I would really appreciate, PayPal donations because my tire blew out on my way to the house today. And if I'm asking for something specifically, that changes things. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one thing just to gain donations and do whatever you want with it. That's okay. That's nobody's business. You know what I'm saying? But if you ask for something specific within the guidelines of you receiving those donations, 19 people in here and still down. Yeah, but once again, that's fine. I understand donations are donations, and you as a creator who are receiving the donations, you can do whatever you want with it. That's up to you. The problem comes, okay, and this is just my opinion. I might be wrong about this, but if you pretty much attach a reason or a purpose for that donation, like, oh, I got a broken window today or whatever, it would help out if you guys would help me with this issue. I'd really appreciate it. If you already mentioned a purpose for that donation, then okay, so do what you're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Like, buy the new window or the new tire that broke, and then just show the people. Just because people like seeing transparency and people like seeing like, okay, cool. He spent that much on like what he said he was going to. Whatever's left, if there's anything left from there, do what you want with it, but at least show us, you know what I'm saying? Like pure visual, like proof and evidence as to where the money that you said was going to went to. That's all I'm saying. So that's number 2, being as transparent as possible. All right, we already covered, being responsible for your actions and retracting information if it's wrong or incorrect. Second, be transparent as possible with finances through your channel or whatever. Let's see. Josie says disagree, and I'll even put it up here. All right, so disagree. I don't care what a person does with it. If I send someone a donation, I'm doing it because it's my money. I appreciate the person. Okay, all right, and that's fair. And that's fair. You know, once again, you know, people as YouTube creators are allowed to do whatever they want with the money they receive from their supporters, because that's why they're called supporters. You know, they're going to give to help the channel move forward, and I respect that and I agree with it. But all I ask, and from my point of view, if this would only help him even more, is being a little bit more transparent. Okay, yeah. So yeah, this is what I mean. I've seen Michigan. I'm guessing you're saying Predator Poachers Michigan. Show receipt, not Ramy though. Okay, and that's all it is. It's just some a quick picture. Look, I bought the amount that I asked for, that I received, was spent on what I said I was going to use it on, and you know, if there was something left over, I put it back in the channel. It is what it is. All right. So the other thing that I want to talk about. Let me see if I can get on the phone real quick. Let's see, because I don't want to. Okay. All right. So I have a message here. So to be clear, okay, I'm going to try to find, you know, like a longer version of one of the clips that I uploaded earlier. But to be clear, okay, Ramy in that stream, and I'm pretty sure most of you have seen that stream or whatever, but he is talking about Alex and Tori. So just to make sure we're on the same page here, the video that I uploaded earlier has to do with, you know, Ramy talking about Alex and Tori. So another thing is, if you have, right, that's okay, bro. If you have potentially said something, okay, and you show your side of or share of evidence or proof, okay, from your end, all right, make sure that that evidence pretty much backs up any other evidence that you show people. Because if a piece of evidence contradicts another piece of evidence that is involved in the same situation or whatever, okay, I'm trying to like read the the chat and do this at the same time, but it's not going so well. All right, your boy, message you on IG and give you one down. Okay. Okay, I'll receive that. Where is this Mark character, or is it Merc that you guys are saying? Because I don't see anybody on here that says Mark, so I'm guessing you guys are talking about. All right. Anyways, have not called minus 2 years of deep, especially us in Ohio. We both use ourselves as. Okay. Okay, that's what I was trying to like, because I remember earlier he was saying, oh, you know, why you guys saying my my legal name or whatever. But okay, so Predator Poachers Michigan. Got it. I knew I read something about that earlier. But anyways, so I'm not trying to be on here for like freaking 2 hours. I just kind of like I want to do like a quick rundown on this. And so the third thing I was saying, sorry about that, is pretty much like try to have evidence that does not contradict any other evidence you might have. So for example, all right, and I'm only saying this because of what I've seen thus far, okay, that people have sent to me, all right, the evidence that has not been tampered with or photoshopped or whatever. You know, this is actual legit visual proof and evidence of actual chat messages and all that stuff. You know, if I say I went to Miami yesterday and yeah, I spent whatever, $1,000 in a casino or whatever, right? And then you come back and say, "Hey, man, real quick, just out of curiosity, do you have like the receipts to like when you used $1,000 at the casino yesterday?" And I'm like, "Sure." And then I show you the receipt where I spent $1,000 at the casino, but it wasn't from yesterday. It was like from a month ago. Then it's like, hold up, bro. You just said you went there yesterday. Like, I see you're saying that you did spend $1,000, like right here. That's cool, but this is like from a month ago, and you're saying you were there yesterday. You see what I'm saying? Like, just make sure that whatever evidence you decide to provide lines up with each other and doesn't contradict itself. And thus far, from what I have seen, uh, and this is not to attack Ramy. This is just me explaining and answering stuff that I've seen. All right. From what I have seen in chat logs and other stuff, you know, this has happened to him where he provides information and evidence, but it contradicts itself. So, what I'm trying to get at with all this information that I'm providing you guys, and I don't want to get too in depth about it because, I don't think it's my place to show some of this stuff. I think it's something that should be shown by the people involved. I could easily show it on here, and make this a bigger thing than what it's supposed to be. But that's not the purpose. The purpose of this stream is like, hey, Ramy, if you're listening to this now, or if you get a chance to see this later or whatever, just a few questions, all right? First things first, when will you, all right? And this is coming from a friend, okay? A friend wanting the best for you and hoping that this will help you, if anything. But when will you come forward and pretty much do like a public statement addressing like, hey, there was some miscommunication a while back about this one person, that I had said that was going to do this, but nothing happened or whatever. I'd like to, excuse myself and apologize to the community or whatever and that person. That was my bad. I there was some confusion and I said some information that was incorrect, and I take that information back. And outside of that, guys, from this point forward, I'll do what I can to be as transparent as I can be, with things that have to do with purchases or, investments into items that, I'm going to let you guys know that I actually get for myself or the channel. That way you guys can, if you want to, not because I need to, but if you want to, keep track of like what I say and ask for and how it's being spent or whatever, then you have that option. And number three, if ever something happens to where I have to provide information or evidence on something, I'm going to do my best to keep things, as lined up as possible. Let's see. Zeke Man says, the bottom line is money is a problem. It shouldn't be because it's about the catch. It's straight away from that due to greed. It's sad but typical when money is involved. Agreed. Agreed. Let's see. This chat is completely quiet. If I donate to a battered women's shelter, then yes, it's battered shelter. But YouTube is the creator. Sorry. It's okay, bro. And no one's saying don't donate. Like I have donated to Ramy in the past. You know what I'm saying? Like I know what it is. I support the guy and his work and what he does. So, I get it. Let's see. Show where we stick up for pedos, expose scammers, and protect children, poachers, endanger children, and making pedos smarter with their sloppy technique. If you want to do hatches, why donate your money? Okay, so FBSI kind of shows something pretty interesting, and I'll share it. He says, show where we stick up for pedos, we expose scammers, and protect children, poachers, endanger children, and making pedos smarter. I wouldn't. I know what you mean, and I get where you're coming from. Obviously, with the chat logs that are being provided on the videos and all that. I get what you're saying, and to a certain point, I would agree with you. But the reality is that even with pedals getting smarter off of these videos, potentially, um, there's still a lot of catches being done, bro. Like, there's just there's so many of them out there that even if they were to wise up, their passion and their lust for children always outweighs their intelligence, and so they always slip up one day or another. At one point or another, they're gonna like fall and or crack or just pretty much let their lust get the better of them and make the mistake anyways. Um, all right, Jersey. Thank you for stopping by, bro. I appreciate it. Let's see. If you were against poachers, you are indirectly helping friends. Yeah, agreed. Um, I think this is something else. By trying to illegitimize the poachers, you're helping peddlers. All right. So exactly. This is exactly what I was just saying right now. The compulsion always outweighs everything. So like their lust for children is so strong that it doesn't matter how smart they get or how much they learn from the videos or whatever. Just their want and need and craving and desire to get children is so much that they'll when the moment comes of being like caught, they're just gonna get caught one way or another. Okay, so I'll put that for a few. All right, this is a good one too. All of them started caring only about the cause. The rest is a real shame. Yeah. Okay, so because I'm gonna try to be on here only until 3:30, but I'm going to give some time because if it gets past 3:30, if one of these guys come on here, then great. If not, let me see. Let me just double check something real quick. Okay. I'm going to give a space of time right now. If Ramy is watching the stream right now, and he wants to hop on and say something, explain, the matters the subjects that I touched earlier, great. He's welcome to and always invited to come on here and speak for himself. Because I don't want to speak for anybody or on behalf of anybody. That's up to the person. But yeah, so if he is watching this or listening to this right now, then I do extend an invitation to him. If Alex is watching this or, listening to this or whatever, and he wants to get on here and explain his side or whatever, obviously, as always, he's welcome and invited, and the invitation is extended to him too. But yeah, so I'm gonna try to. If they don't show up, if neither of them show up at 3:30, then at 3:30 I'm gonna call it a day on this stream, and then I'll probably pump out some videos that I've been wanting to pump out later today. If not, then tomorrow. But yeah, look, I'll even look. So, but yeah, in the chat area, guys, obviously go ahead and share your thoughts about all of this. It's just valuable information to consider, to kind of make a educated decision on, Cass. So what I was saying was, if neither Ramy or Alex come on now, up until 3:30. Like if it's 3:30 and neither of them has gotten on here or whatever, then I'll probably like end the stream around that time. But if they show before that, then obviously I'll let it ride. I'll take you that. Oh, hold on. Oh, okay. Got it. Yeah, no, I absolutely agree with that, Cass. Well, Side Town, that's up to Ramy, bro. I can't do. I can only invite. I can't force him on here. That's up to him. And like I said, he's a mod for this channel, so I'm pretty sure he he's either seen the notification that I'm on or something along those lines. Okay, so I'll put that on there. All right, Mark. Thank you for stopping by, Mark. I appreciate it, man. And yeah, stay blessed too. I appreciate that. He rushes it, which is never good for the cases. It would never change that. Sagtown, thank you. I appreciate that. Likewise. Let's see. I just want to make sure. If you guys are heading out, just let me know. And just kind of like type it in the chat area because I don't know. Sometimes I read certain things and I'm not sure if you guys are bouncing out because you got something to do or somewhere to be, or if you just being polite. Yeah. So it's 3:24. You really can't. And Cass, I'm here. That's the funny part is, oh, I'm gonna have to take this mic off because. All right, hold on. All right, what's up, bro?
Hey,
what's going on, Alex?
What's up, brother?
So, not much. Just giving the opportunity to Ramy to get on here if he wants to. Pretty much, he's a mod here, so if he's seeing this, he knows that I'm inviting him. Or if he's not seeing it, he at the very least got a notification that I'm doing a stream. So it's going to be up to him to show up on here right now or not. It's up to him. No one can force him. I can't really tell him, hey man, you better be on here or whatever. That's his choice. But since you're on, you can go ahead and talk and say what you got to say.
What are we talking about?
What are we talking about? We're talking about the, I don't want to say mountains of evidence, but the pile of evidence that was bestowed upon me from somebody yesterday.
Oh, shit. I guess I upgraded you from a nobody to a somebody.
Hold on, because now I can't
hear
you.
Man.
Maybe it's me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, dude. I don't know. I know
Can't
Rebecca.
hear you.
You hear me? You hear me?
Hmm.
Like, is it like blurry or is it just like you just don't hear me?
Can't hear anything. Maybe it's just me.
Okay, hold on.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Can you guys still hear me? Because I just kind of like saw something that was like unplugged, so I'm not sure now. I mean, obviously now I'm not using this microphone, but let's see. Okay, cool. Appreciate it. Yeah. All right, let's try this again. Because I could. Okay, say something.
Hey.
Okay, yeah. Now I can hear you.
What's up?
All right, let's try it again.
Dude, did somebody really say that I fell in love with a catfish?
You know who that was, bro.
Oh, man. Dude, everybody knows that when you have a girlfriend, you always make jokes about how much black dick they've taken in their life. Yeah, of course Tori was my girlfriend. That's why I made fun of her so much. Of course, man. She was, I don't know. But so we're talking about those accusations. I just don't like bullying, and I think bullying is wrong for any reason. I think bullying someone based on their race, their sexuality, and just basically bullying people for stuff they can't control is absolutely wrong. And whoever does that's probably a fat white piece of shit that lives in an apartment by himself at 20 years old, man. Whoever would do some dumb shit like that. So I don't know. That's just wrong to me. I think bullying in any form is wrong. Now slander is right, because anything to get a one up on your opponent. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you just want to make up a lie about somebody, I think that's better than potentially offending people. Like, I think being offended about anything is worse than getting cheated, than getting played, and being scammed, in my opinion. Do you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, I think being offended is probably like the worst possible thing that could ever happen to anybody. But I think being scammed, well, I mean, at least they do something good. You know what I mean? Getting cheated, at least they do something good. Like, oh my God, I think Al Capone was great for Chicago. Like, I know he, caused a lot of murders and shit. But hey, at least the motherfucker had a soup kitchen. You know what I mean? How can you do any wrong when he has a soup kitchen? You know what I'm saying? Jeffrey Dahmer took care of his mom. Who cares that he sodomized and mutilated kids? Who gives a fuck? He took care of his mom. So pretty much, as long as somebody does one good deed, it doesn't matter what else they do, because they're doing a good deed, and you got to shut the fuck up and support the cause, motherfucker. And that's just straight up. That's just straight up. You know what? Hitler brought economic prosperity to Germany. Who the fuck cares what else you did? If you don't support Germans getting their money back, then you're just causing drama, and you don't support the cause. You don't support the cause, baby. As long as you do one good thing in your life, it doesn't matter what else you do, baby. It doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter. Who gives a shit? Shit.
Oh man.
I'm trying to think of some other examples, man. Who cares, bro? Damn. You know what I'm saying, bro? So basically, like, as long as one person does something good, don't judge them for anything else, okay? Because that's just fucked up. But if that one person says something offensive, it's time to cancel them forever. It's time to not give them a platform. It's time to call them a big piece of shit, and it's time to make up lies about them. Now, pretty much, you can do anything you want as long as you do one good deed and as long as you don't say anything offensive. And then, you know what? You're good to go, baby. You're good to go. Shit, you're good to freaking go. So that's my little expose. Murder merch stimulus check.
Let me help some of the people in the chat that weren't catching on to the humor. But basically, Alex was pretty much painting the picture of what's going on from his side and Ramy's side. You know, he's saying that Ramy would scam people and everything's good, but as long as he's catching predators and all that, it's all good in the hood. You know, we're good with that. We'll still support you.
You know what I'm saying?
On Alex's side, he says one word, and jokingly, because, you know, a lot of people don't fully understand and know who Alex is. And he was sharing a little bit about himself the other day. And I was like, you know, that's crazy. Like, I kind of get where he's coming from now, and I understand his humor now a little more. But this man was part of an all-black football team. He was the only white person in the football team. And
you know what I'm saying? Shit.
Yeah. And I'm not saying that it's good that Alex said what he says from time to time with the N-word or whatever. But it's understandable now as to why he's so comfortable saying it, you know, because the way he was brought up, the way he, you know, what he pretty much went through in high school and college and all that, you know, I'm not saying he earned the right, but he's comfortable for his own reasons. And I completely understand that. But because of that, now people are like, oh, no supporting him because he's using the N-word or whatever. But that's like the only thing he's done besides, being clown like in his catches. But that's it is what it is. But he's gotten a lot better on that side too, so I can't even really say nothing against that either. So what's worse, using a word jokingly, just kind of like messing around, not even being certified, or scamming,
Yes, dude. Honestly, I'm gonna refrain from using that word from now on, honestly, because it's just not my place to say it. But however, I am gonna start saying wetback and spick and beaner because I'm also a North American and Mexico is in North America. So technically I can say it, okay? Via my pass, Neil. Oh, that's my dad, by the way. I know. You'll never be a father. You won't have any kids, bum. That's why you're like what, 30? Like just fucking under some fake account. But yeah, no, basically my beaner and wetback pass that actually comes on my birth certificate because it says born in North America. Well, Texas, which is in North America. So what is it? It's so I'm not going to show it, but it's somewhere up there, and that's basically my pass. So I'm actually going to trade in my. I shouldn't have said it. I think I got to pay a penalty for ever using that word, but yeah, I'm just going to start saying wetback and beaner now because I'm North American and stuff. And yeah, it's my privilege. It's my right. I'm North American, and yeah,
All
and
right.
just remember, a white guy in South Africa has more right to say the N-word than a black guy from Jamaica, because if you're from Jamaica, you're not African American, so you can't say it. You don't have the right.
Yo, it does feel that way, Nate. All right, so all jokes aside now, do you want to add to? Because the thing is, I was providing the information earlier, but discreetly. I wasn't, going into detail. Like, oh, let me show you guys, like all the way through the text messages that I've seen and all that. Do you want to go in depth about that, or do you want to, keep it the way it is for now?
I mean, dude, the people I know. I mean, I'm not really worried about it at this point. All I know is we're just gonna duke it out. You know what I'm saying? And this December, coming at y'all. So yeah, but well, we went over this already. Slander's fine, dude. It's just don't ever fucking say a word or joke ever. Humor is illegal in 2020, man, and it's as it should be. So yeah, man, I don't know, just even dude, and it's totally fine to exploit somebody's mental health as long as you catch predators. Okay, like for example, that's why at 3 a.m. with no cars around, I ran that red light because with God as my witness, I have enough society points to say, you know what? If I gotta get home and go to sleep, it's 3 a.m. There's no cars on the road. Shit, I caught a predator earlier. I can go run that fucking red light, baby. I can run that red light. And guess what? The city of Houston's not going to do shit since I just do such a good public service. So, yeah, man. And I was actually it was funny. I went to Dairy Queen the other day, and I was with my girl. Well, thought it was. I was with Tori, and there was actually a person that wanted my autograph.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, the person wanted me to sign my name. And I'm not going to, and now the details that I won't go into was that person was a cashier and I paid in credit card and I had to put my signature down to pay for the food. But it was an autograph nonetheless, and that counts. So basically, I'm a celebrity, and they gave me the food for under $10. Now, granted, I only did get an ice cream cone, but it's still under $10 because they knew who I was. Okay, so God, it's so great having the status I do. Just and then it's weird. Like mentioned the exposed video set to premiere at 7/28. No, man, I took it down because he agreed to the fight, so that's it. So you know, the bomb is not dropping. It's getting wheeled back into its little underground bunker in the Nevada desert. You know what I'm saying? Ready, or should I say the Egyptian desert? Get ready to come out whenever it is. Like, I don't know. All I got to do is phone in NASA to press the upload button, and then you'll just see freaking all the pyramids just go whatever. I just fucking dude. But yeah, man. Oh, probably gonna go.
Hey, real quick, check this out, Alex. What was that about?
We talk about Tori exposing the poacher's private chat. I don't even know she did. Well, I didn't even know. More proof of Alex video chatting with minors? Oh my god! Somebody reached out wanting to be a decoy, and I told him to stick up 5 fingers. Oh no! How did I? Somebody wants to help catch predators and likes the channel and hit me up saying I can be a decoy for you. How could? Oh, fuck! So evil. But yeah, and you could tell that's how close and personable I got. That, you know, it was an Instagram video chat, not even FaceTime. You know, like, yes, you know, and not to mention the fact that she was of age, at least, you know, of age, not necessarily 18, but of age, and yeah, God forbid somebody wants to help out and you know, just say, hey, you can use my pictures or whatever. God for fucking bid. And guess what? We do have a parent's permission. So yeah, and hey, Chris Hansen using actual pics of 13-year-olds, which we don't even do, but Chris Hansen using actual pics of 13-year-olds, that's totally okay. Parents' permission. What? But when a 19-year-old uses somebody a few years younger that they know, God for fucking bid. God for fucking bid, man. What about the 15-year-old decoy you used? Well, see, so this is actually kind of an unbelievable story, but this is actually what happened with that. So, as you know, we did have 2 leakers in the original branch chat, and we thought it was either, they're not with us anymore, but we thought it was either one branch or another branch, old branches, who were both in there. So what we did was we gave them red herrings. So, for example, I told one branch, hey, we use the 14-year-old decoy. And then Toronto told another branch, hey, we use a 15-year-old decoy. And whichever one leaked out, that's who we know was getting the information from the chat. So, no, we never used a 15-year-old decoy. But that's what we said in order to see who is leaking information. Like, we gave them 2 different false informations and shit. Tori. We never dated and shit. Ever. They were saying I was in love with you, Tori. I loved you like a friend, for real though.
If that's really Tori, hey Tori, you want to go get on here and talk for yourself, or you want to just stay in the limelight and just kind of like hang in the background?
No, I didn't use a 15-year-old decoy, bro. She's still out of your league. Well, yes, I'm NFL and she's Pee Wee, but no, yeah, no. Tori, I actually do want to talk to you, like, you know, obviously not on stream, but like off. Me and Tori actually signed a prenup before Predator Poachers, and we gotta figure out who's gonna get the smelly gaming chair that's in either of our houses and shit. We also got to figure out who's going to get Fates' CERB check that he sent her and shit. Nice. Oh, shit. Oh, God. Well, this is kind of a fucked up thing to say, but, you know, I don't give a fuck. Well, on the prenup, we agreed to split the refrigerator. Tori already took all that shit. So I'm a little backed up right here. Hey, I can't fucking talk either, though.
I kind of should have seen that coming, though. That.
Yeah, no, man, I'm a fat ass too, so it's whatever. But, you know, I like to poke fun at myself, but I can't poke too hard or I might burst my stomach. Fucking shit. But yeah, man, everybody go like and sub. Long live JDQ.
Appreciate it, man.
I am a big part of the LGBT JDQ community. He actually blew me in order to get me to come on his show.
Oh my goodness.
JDQ.
Anyway,
I'm about to go pull out a bowl of ice cream and stress eat myself to death. So I'll catch you soon.
all right, man. Thanks for stopping by, man. I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Have a good one, bro. All right, so it is 3:42 p.m. Okay, and I gotta say it's a little worrisome that I did extend an invitation to Ramy, okay, and have him come on and talk for himself. Not that he needs to. Let me just say this: I'm a nobody. Like in this community, you know what I'm saying? I'm all the way down here. I do what I can for the community and let you guys know like what's, you know, whatever information's out there, whatever, expand on it or whatever. That's all I really do. So I'm like nobody. And honestly, Ramy, Alex, none of these people need my help in any way, shape, or form. Okay. So if Ramy doesn't want to come on, that's totally fine. I respect it. You know what I'm saying? Nothing against him in that area at all. But obviously, whether it be because he can't, because he's busy doing something, which I respect, or he just doesn't want to get on for whatever personal reason, I also respect it. But nonetheless, you guys are witnesses. I did reach out and I did extend an invitation to him to have him come on here and, you know, say his side of the story and pretty much back his information up, and nothing today. So let me see. Kat says, have you tried DMing Ramy again? Let's see. I'm gonna check on him right now because so I just sent him a DM, and we'll see what he says. But yeah, I'm gonna extend myself here a little bit more than what I wanted to. But yeah, if at 4 p.m. He doesn't respond or says he can't get on or whatever, or before that, then you know it's all good. But if he does appear or answer back before then and yeah, then obviously we'll talk about it and have him say his piece and all that. So to be honest, I still have no idea what Nate, it's because you missed the first like half hour of it. That's why you're a little lost. It's runner season, baby. Oh man, this is too funny, yo. This is funny. Yeah, I enjoy like reading the chat area. It's always entertaining. Let's see. Ultimately, the best way to iron out the beef is to have both guys on at the same time so that they have to react to each other in real time. And that, I mean, that's not really what I was going for today. But if it would have happened, it would have been great. It would have been awesome. Obviously, you know, have them pretty much not duke it out because that would mean they'd be freaking blasting each other up. But pretty much like, you know, let's hear what you got to say and put you on mute or whatever, and then vice versa. That's how I probably would have handled it. Mark, why don't you get on the stream and hash it out with us? All right, so like I said, until 4. Let's see if I received anything. I'm gonna keep this open, all right? And if he does respond through here, I'll let you guys know. But yeah. So a few things that are coming up, hopefully, God willing, this week is I'm preparing a video, pretty much like a montage, mixed video of the different predator catchers and like their greatest catches or moments. That's gonna be fun. If I'm able to, pull that off for this week, I will let you guys know. Whether in a stream or a comment, if you guys aren't following me on Instagram, I really suggest you do. I do kind of like every now and then provide some sort of information on there, relating to predator catchers, and sometimes I do like quick commentary videos and all that good stuff. Let's see. Hope it can go back to being able to catch us. That's what I'm hearing. Yeah, let's put that up here, because that's what, at the end of the day, guys. At the end of the day, all right. Let me just remind everybody, okay. At the end of the day, people need to realize and remember that the main reason why these channels exist is to find, expose, confront, and catch these predators, all right? Not only to shame them, not only to confront them, but, a couple of things. Either provide possible solutions for them, and also provide like pretty much the whole confrontation thing is already doing a lot, because you're pretty much letting them know, hey man, you have a problem. You have to accept that you have a problem, and you got to go seek help. Like, that's first things first. That's like the main thing. And obviously, hey, I appreciate the love, guys. Appreciate the love. Appreciate it. All right, hold on. Let's put this here, because if not, I wouldn't be as transparent as I usually am. All right, so I'll let you guys handle that. But yeah, so obviously the law enforcement side of things, it is what it is. Like, if they have the ability at that point in time, yeah, let's put that up here, because that's actually true. Spreading awareness on the poachers is not starting drama. I agree, and I know we're not ultimately 100% on the same page. At least not all the time, but I do agree with that. So, but yeah, so we need to get back to what initially the purpose of these channels were. And, like I said earlier, sometimes, or most of the time, the viewers themselves and subscribers are the ones that drag on the drama. Okay. And that needs to stop. That really does need to stop. Because, whether it be because the content creator has beef with me or whatever, I'm over here saying, oh, why didn't you do this for me? Or why haven't you, like, whatever, unlocked me? Or, just if it happened, just let it go. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want to watch the guy or whoever you're watching and don't want to support them anymore for what they did, that's cool. That's understandable. Move on to the next channel or whatever and check them out. But let's not drag on the drama, okay? Because that's something that I've been watching over and over again in most of these streams, whether it be on my streams or another stream or another channel. I've seen a lot of people, like, just, whether it be because they want the entertainment or enjoy the entertainment of it or whatever, they just love dragging on the drama onto the next stream. And it's like, you're letting the creators know that, people want the drama or keep wanting the drama or the entertainment of the drama. And that has to stop. It really does. Sagtown Stoner, hey, I appreciate that, man. I mean, I don't think so, but if you're saying that, I believe it. And I appreciate it. Let's see. I respect the boy, though, just for trying to get the truth, but it sounds like Merc just wants to start down. Once again, I understand that, but if I didn't show his post, I'd be biased and I wouldn't be as neutral as I like to be. So that's why when he says things that I agree with or whatever, I'll pop it up on the screen here, just because if I agree with you, I agree with you. I might not agree 100% with you, but little things here and there that we agree on, that I'll back you up on. Let's see. I can't believe everything it says. Right. Hey, Oscar, I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that. Yo, you're funny, bro. This is messed up, but I'll show it on here just because it's funny, okay? Not that I agree with it, but it's funny. Quickest way to get to Ramy in here is to tell him we got donuts. Appreciate that. Liability bear. Hey, appreciate that. Exactly. So this is why these channels are important. You know, Rebecca says, my pet was never caught, never confronted, never shamed. He just got away with everything, living his life like he's a great guy. And that's why these channels exist, and that's why they're important, and that's why I back most of, if not all of them up. Okay, yeah. Fair enough. Yep. I agree. Okay, much respect to you and your mind's not blocking me. Usually you get blocked for voicing facts. All right, so it is 3:52. I'm continuously checking my DMs, seeing if Ramy responded. He has not responded yet. So like I said, I'm gonna give him until 4, and we'll see what happens. All right. Okay, hold on. These. If I'm like over here just like looking at the screens, because I'm looking at the chat area. All right, so let's see what has been outed. Look at Josh and Tori and Ramy. All of them are. Okay, so another thing I want to say, I think Josh is I catch predator sometime or something like that. I'm not completely sure, but I think we talked about that on one of the last streams. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but Josh is I catch predators sometimes or something like I don't know. And it's a lot of information up here, and sometimes I confuse it. So, okay, so I was right. All right, appreciate it. All right, so guys, almost 5 minutes left, and nothing yet from Ramy. Like I said, I'm not forcing him to come on here. He doesn't have to. It's you know what I'm saying, his choice, decision, whether if he wants to be on here or not. But I do obviously, you know, pretty much extend the invitation either way, regardless. And what else? I think this week I'm also going to drop because I'm trying to do certain things at the same time. That's why it's taking forever to kind of like upload some of the videos that I've been working on, because I'm a terrible multitasker, but I like, you know, putting good stuff out there. So, you know, if I take a while to kind of like upload some of the videos on like the predator poachers and all that I've been working on, then, you know, I apologize, because I don't want it to be like a thing to where I'm like streaming every single day. Like, don't get me wrong, I love streaming and I love talking with you guys. I love it. It's like one of the best parts of my day. But obviously, I would love and enjoy to actually put out some of the videos that I've, you know, created and edited in general. So okay, look, see, I like this. As of a few days ago, I was done with the drama, just want the truth. Same here, bro. All right. Yeah, I think, hey, Murder Merc, I think that was addressed a few streams ago. Sam is not part of the poachers anymore since that whole situation happened. I think Alex forgot to block him or something like that from his channel, but he's not affiliated with the poachers anymore. That's something that was addressed already. So yeah. Yeah, I get that. But that's the thing. I mean, you can be around the streams. You know what I'm saying? Like I can hop on the streams and like chat away and like troll and everything, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm affiliated with that person or channel. You know what I mean? But yeah. Oh, okay, yeah, that's what it was. I knew somebody had blocked him. Yeah, it was you, Cass. I remember this was talked about already in the past streams. Uh, exactly. You can't stop someone from watching the lives. That is completely true. All right, 3 more minutes, guys. 3 more minutes. And I hate counting because it gets me a little like anxious here, but uh, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think I'm gonna? Do you think after today's stream, you think Ramy might have a problem with me, or do you think he's gonna treat me as he always has, which has been, positive, good, cordial, respectful? What do you guys think is gonna happen um, concerning that whole situation? Because to some, it might seem like I'm like attacking him, which I'm not, but it might come off that way to some people, and we'll see how he looks at it, and if he sees what I'm trying to do for the community, first of all, and then for him, because trying to allow him to speak for himself and explain himself and provide information and all that could only help him, correct? So, I want to see what exactly. Okay, let's see. We need to encourage all the guys to concentrate on the hunt. No more BS. Let's still have fun, pick a side. Don't take the problem too seriously. Okay, Murder Merc's talking about he's gonna go live with Ramy exposing everyone from the approachers. All right, well, I'll keep an eye out for that. If I can make it to that stream, I will. So everybody, I'm gonna put it up again. Hold on, in case somebody missed it. Murder Merc saying that he's gonna go live with Ramy. I don't know when, so he's gonna have to say when. And yeah. Ramy. All right, guys. So let's see. I don't think I saw anything on here, but okay. So yeah, no response. Okay. So I'm gonna call it a day with the stream today. If I do have something later on today, I'll let you guys know. Um, that's something that you got to decide for yourself, Sacktown. That's up to you. I can't tell you who to follow and not follow. Check his content out. Check his streams out. If you enjoy his streams and what he talks about, go right ahead. That's completely entirely up to you. No one is here to tell you who to follow and who to not follow. You just gotta check the content out for yourself. If you liked it, enjoyed it, and want more of it, then by all means go ahead and follow him. If not, then it is what it is. Thank you, Cass. I appreciate that. You too. I'm gonna let you guys go because I don't want to hold you here for too long. But thank you, every single one of you, for stopping by. I appreciate it, and I love every single one of you. Please, 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 if you have not done so already, give this stream a thumbs up. There's a bunch of people on here. I'm not expecting every single one of you to, but if you can, before you leave the stream, give it a thumbs up. I will highly, highly appreciate it. It means the world to me. And peace to every single one of you. Please be on the lookout for more content from myself this week. whether it be a stream or upload. I really appreciate you guys stopping by. And yeah, peace out. Love you all. And catch y'all tomorrow. All right.